We have to start from verse number 8. So anyone can give me a fast recall of what we did, recap of what we did last Sunday? If the rate of evaporation is not too high, because summertime the rate of evaporation will be high. So how many people can give me a recap? Fast. And every class, please be ready. I'll ask for the recap every time. So when I ask, you don't have to start rolling the papers. 8 stages of mind development. Yes. That is like first not to ask any question. Then you have a desire to ask a question. Then if you ask a question also, you are just listening to the answer and you are not bothered about the answer. And after listening to the answer, then you should get agitated, or rather you should get shaken up. Then once you get shaken up, then you go to what level? Understand what is good and what is bad. Then ready to get accepted to the good and leave the bad. ये सब stages बहुत difficult है. ये stages में अक्सर problem आता है. Mataji, Namata Mataji, I think you are now become senior now, so you should wear tilak and come. Okay? Yes. So because all the students today, see, yesterday I told and all are wearing tilak, only you are the only person who is brand new. I don't want to be brand new. Please. Hare Krishna. So then accepting it, once you accept it, then implementing it, and then after implementing it, teaching to others is the maximum. It's the maximum or the most difficult, or the 8 stages in which the brain, intelligence of the brain increases. Then what else did we discuss?
You told that Visar Yoga is very important. Go ahead with the other. Visar Yoga.
Vishad Yoga is very important. Okay. What do we understand? What is the importance of Vishad Yoga? Tell me, what is the importance of Vishad Yoga?
It represents our situation.
Okay. What else? Confusion. Bas, itne?
Complete surrender.
What is the question?
Surrendering completely to Gurus.
To Guru.
Otherwise, if you will not surrender to the Gurus, you will not get the right path.
You will not get the right path.
You will get the right path, but otherwise, the Guru is the main gate. They will go the right path.
Who is taking class over there? Ask that person to take the volume a little, or mic को थोड़ा उस तरफ लेने को बोलो. Voice is too much. Just request them to reduce the volume a little. Hare Krishna. Where is Mataji? Achha, she is not there. So, okay, that is okay. Surrender. What was important? 2.7. I had taken a detail on 2.7.
You will have to. You told that I will continue.
2.7 we have done. No, because कार्पण्य दोष हता स्वभाव प्रश्यामि त्वं धर्म समृचेतसा एक श्रेयस निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्यहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम. And what does this mean? Shreya and Preya, I have taught you, no? What is Shreya and what is Preya? हम लोग को सबको प्रिय अच्छा लगता है, और इसके लिए हम लोग कभी कभी गुरु को भी छोड़ देते हैं, क्योंकि प्रिय इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. श्रेय क्या है? Shreya may not be nice. Initially it will look like poison, but in the end it will be like nectar. Priya, which is priya to the sensory organs, it may be initially looking like nectar, but later on it is going to give poison. What if I eat like lot of sweets? I keep on eating sweets. प्रिय है, मुझे बहुत प्रिय है. तो डॉक्टर बोलेगा अच्छा इंसुलिन भी मुझे प्रिय है, आई हैव टू गिव इंसुलिन. सो यू आर फॉलोइंग सिक. सो दैट्स सो व्हाट. सो इफ यू डू ओनली प्रिय, इन द एंड इट इज गोइंग टू बी नॉट श्रेय फॉर यू. सो श्रेय थिंग्स कैन बी गिवन बाय द गुरु. प्रिय थिंग्स कैन नॉट बी गिवन बाय द गुरु. श्रेय थिंग्स कैन बी गिवन बाय द गुरु. So that is why, what did Arjuna do? What did he do? Surrendered. Shishya asteham. आई एम योर शिष्य, मैं आपका शिष्य हूं, मतलब आप मेरे गुरु हो, आप मेरे गुरु हो। साधिमाम त्वाम प्रपन्नम, आई सरेंडर टू यू। और सरेंडर का मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सरेंडर? आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इन नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स। लेट सम न्यू स्टूडेंट्स एक्सप्लेन मी द मीनिंग ऑफ सरेंडर। यस मिस्टर विश्वास, सॉरी मिसेस विश्वास, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन टू मी सम। आई डिडंट आस्क व्हाट इज द मीनिंग, इंग्लिश टू हिंदी, ट्रांसलेशन नहीं पूछा। व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड, हाउ व्हाट इज शरणागति?
अपने आप को उनको अर्पित कर देना।
तो कैसे अर्पित करना? जैसे शिव जी के ऊपर वो चढ़ के वो आदमी ने अपने अपने कर,
ये अपना
ये यही तो मेन इंपॉर्टेंट। चलो यस मिस्टर बेटर हाफ बताइए।
Surrender is actually completely give everything to the Guru, someone else, that he will give the right path. Whatever he tells you, you have to accept it. In that case.
What do you understand by surrender? बोलिए। शरणागति, उनको फॉलो करना, मतलब वो अगर ऐसा हाथ ऊपर किया तो आप भी हाथ ऊपर करो, उन्होंने हाथ नीचे रखा तो आप भी हाथ नीचे रखो, कैसे करोगे? बोलिए। यस प्रीति। नाश्ता नहीं खाया चोर से? गिविंग अप व्हाट? गिविंग अप व्हाट? कांदा लहसुन। शरणागति मतलब वही है ना, कांदा लहसुन छोड़ना पड़ेगा। हाँ रशियन डॉक्टर बोलो। जल्दी जल्दी क्लास जल्दी रन करना है मेरे को, फास्ट। बात को सुनो, मजबूरी से, रो रो के, दिल काट काट के सुनो।
मन से,
चलो नाउ लेट मी हियर फ्रॉम द सीनियर्स। यस व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सरेंडर? बोलो श्रद्धा माता जी बोलो।
प्रभु जी आपने एग्जांपल दिया था कि जैसे पुलिस आती है और हैंडसअप देखने लगेगी,
नहीं चोर भी हैंडसअप बोल सकते हैं आपको, जरूरी नहीं कि पुलिस से हाँ यस you have given up your free will of desires. That is surrender, wherein you do what your guru is telling you. You don't do what you feel like. That is why he has used the word shreya. Why did he use the word shreya in this verse? Very important कि भाई जो अच्छा है मेरे लिए बताओ, और अच्छा है बोलो तो पहला चीज क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग? और दो आचार्य से no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex and gambling. ये चार चीज सुनते ही आदमी के पास दो विकल्प आते हैं, या तो क्लासरूम में बैठूं या इसके लिए हम लोग दरवाजा खुला रखते हैं, मतलब कभी लॉक नहीं करते, सिर्फ कवि सम्मेलन में लॉक होते हैं बाकी टाइम पे दरवाजा खुला रहता है। भाई यू कैन चूज। भाई अरे प्रभु जी मैं जीने का मकसद ही वही तो था। कई लोगों का जीने का मकसद ही वही है प्रिय। व्हाट इज इट? मीट ईटिंग, इंटॉक्सिकेशन, इलिसिट सेक्स एंड गैम्बलिंग। ये चार चीज के लिए तो बैठते हैं। आजकल तो चौथा मोबाइल का भी है ना प्रभु? रख दो ना अंदर, चैट बाद में भी हो सकता है भगवान से, वो सब बाद में करेंगे। रख, मैं बात मैं कर रहा हूं तो उसमें क्या देख रहे हो? मैं बोल रहा हूँ श्रेय वर्ड है तो है पक्का 200%, कंफर्म करने की जरूरत नहीं है वहां है कि नहीं, प्रभु जी बराबर है कि नहीं, है 100% है। सो प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। वी हैव टू बी गिव अप आवर फ्री विल ऑफ सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन एंड देन दैट इज व्हाट इज श्रेय। But the best part in Krishna consciousness is you can eat everything provided it is offered to the Lord. So that's the best part. In Krishna consciousness you can eat, have everything, but only thing is there are certain things which cannot be offered to Lord. So we don't prepare with that. And we can enjoy those things at our will and pleasure. So this is the understanding of Shreya and this is the understanding of Surrender. Surrender means what the Lord wants. It's like always I give the example. अगर मैंने बंदूक दिखाया बोला, hey get up, you have no choice. बंदूक दिखा रहे, get up. Sit down means sit down. You have no other choice. Run बोलेगा तो run, stand बोला तो stand. उसी तरह जैसे आचार्यगण कहते हैं वैसे हम लोग को हमारा जीवन शैली निभाना पड़ेगा. उसमें थोड़ा तकलीफ होगा, थोड़ा नहीं बहुत तकलीफ होगा. सबसे ज्यादा तकलीफ तो मन को होगा. शरीर को कोई तकलीफ नहीं होगा, मन को ही होगा. पहले बोलेगा सुबह उठने का है, जल्दी भगवान का नाम जपना पड़ेगा. सुबह उठना जल्दी. मन बोलेगा सो जा. उसको क्या मालूम है क्या तकलीफ तू उठा रहा है. यू आर द पर्सन हु इज ट्रबलिंग. दिन भर काम तुझे करना पड़ता है, आराम नहीं देने वाला है. सो द माइंड विल से डोंट चैंट, स्लीप. बट देन देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड 8 लेवल्स ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस. मैंने हमने बात किया तो इंटेलिजेंस नाम का एक चीज होता है. तो इंटेलिजेंस क्या बोलेगा? नेवर लिसन टू द माइंड, लिसन टू द इंटेलिजेंस, बिकॉज इंटेलिजेंस हैज गॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव पावर. हाँ ये करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए. माइंड तो सब कुछ बोलेगा. इस पेड़ पे चढ़ते हैं, उस पेड़ पे कूदते हैं, होता है वो मंकी होता है ना. आपको मंकी नहीं बनना चाहिए. तो वी शुड लिसन टू अवर इंटेलिजेंस एंड नॉट अवर माइंड. इसके लिए इंटेलिजेंस नोस व्हाट इज गुड एंड व्हाट इज बैड, बट द माइंड सेज लेट्स फॉरगेट इट, लेट्स एंजॉय दिस मोमेंट, लेट्स एंजॉय दिस मोमेंट. कल किसने देखा, नरक किसने देखा, स्वर्ग किसने देखा, भगवान है कि नहीं क्या मालूम. हाउ मेनी पीपल अग्री टू दिस पॉइंट? अग्री? क्या मालूम, देखा है आपने? देखा है भगवान? यू हैव सीन गॉड? नहीं. Yes, we have some new guest. Yes, Prabhu, what's your name? Sachin. Yes, Sachin what?
Sachin Amin.
Amin, okay. So, Mr. Sachin Amin, what is, you have seen God? No, but so you want to believe or you don't believe?
So I believe.
हाँ. मतलब बाजू वाला बोलता है इसके लिए बिलीव नहीं करना. Why should we have faith? हम seeing is believing, right? What about you? What? I don't not smile. I asked what you. You believe, no? But what you have not seen God, then what is the use? From tomorrow I'll tell you, you should get up early, you should not eat non-veg, you should not eat onion garlic. You have a free will, whether to listen to me or not to listen to me, that's your free will. But my point is, you have not seen God, then क्या मालूम? इतना सब करने के बाद एंड में भगवान नहीं निकला तो, है ना? Yes, Rajesh, प्रभु, what do you think? इतना सब मेहनत करने के बाद प्रभु जी नॉनवेज छोड़, नहीं नॉनवेज नहीं, क्या ऑनियन गार्लिक छोड़ा, एकदम साधु बन गया, चाय कॉफ़ी छोड़ दिया, एंड माइंड में मालूम पड़ा भगवान है ही नहीं. क्या करेंगे? है ना, रिस्की है ना. क्यों डॉक्टर साहब? आप भी यू टेक ए एक्सरे, यू टेक ए CT स्कैन, यू मेक हैंड नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स बिफोर यू ओपन द ऑर्गन और द बॉडी और द ऑर्गन. सो यू मेक कन्फर्म, हाँ प्रॉब्लम है, कन्फर्म, देन ओनली. खोला बाद में मालूम पड़ा प्रॉब्लम कुछ है ही नहीं. देन इट विल बी अ बिग प्रॉब्लम, राइट? कि प्रॉब्लम नहीं है वो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. सो सिमिलरली माय क्वेश्चन इज, अगर हम लोग करते हैं इतना सब भक्ति करें, उमा है या प्रभु जी आपने मेरा मन का बोला है. बोलो क्या करेंगे?
When we do bhakti, so at that moment we started feeling that we have that with the faith.
If someone may say that is hallucination.
But there are many things in the
Some
world
nuts are there in this world who may say it's an hallucination. Huh?
Like there are many things in the world we cannot see, but we feel it.
Let's ask Dipti Mataji. She's in a dvanda mood now. Yes, Mataji. How will we prove? Do we have, when we have not seen God? At least up till this stage. Might be कल परसों देख लेंगे आप, but आज तक तो देखा नहीं. तो क्या कैसा? How about? Okay, believe in words of the Shabda of the Acharyas, you Shabda of the books and Shastra and Vaishnava Samaj and all that. Once Prabhupada was asked this question. Once Prabhupada was asked, oh, you always are doing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. There is no, what do you say, no onion garlic, no tea, coffee, and what is the use? And in the end there is no God, then what will you do? Then Prabhupada said, see, what are we to lose? जो उस तरह का सोच वाले लोगों के लिए है कि अगर चलो भगवान नहीं भी निकला, अगर क्या किया, क्या खोया, क्या ऑनियन, गार्लिक, चाय, कॉफी, कुछ फर्क नहीं. वी आर हैप्पीली ईटिंग, डांसिंग, डूइंग कीर्तन एंड feasting, right? But Prabhupada asked him, but at the time of death, you come to know that there is Krishna. Then what would you do? You can't reverse, right? You can't reverse, right? इसके कई बार हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कुछ चीज जरूरत रहती है बट फिर भी एक्स्ट्रा पड़ा रहने देना, 2 रोटी एक्स्ट्रा पड़ा रहने दा, झट से आ गया तो हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा रखते हैं ना कि भाई 2 रोटी एक्स्ट्रा रहेगा तो चिंता नहीं, कोई आ गया तो नहीं हुआ तो चलो कुछ नहीं तो चलेगा, शॉर्ट नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट वी डू इन आवर प्लानिंग ऑफ आवर, लेट्स से feast, you called someone and there's a feast going on in your house, so you make sure that is 2 pieces extra but not 2 pieces less. So similarly here also Prabhupada told him, at least be prepared. अगर नहीं है तो लॉस तो नहीं है, और है तो फिर क्या करेगा, रोएगा. वो टाइम पे it's too late to rewind your life. You can't rewind your life and go back to that stage. So that is why even if you cannot see God, don't worry. But if you come to know at the time of death, God is there. You can't do anything. But there are still, don't worry. There are 4 kinds of faithless people who are always there. Who are the 4 kinds of faithless people? Sorry, 3 kinds of faithless people.
One who sees and believes. One who sees experiences and then believes. One who sees experiences and then also it doesn't believe.
सिंपल कर दें उसको, 4.39 निकालो. टेक आउट भगवद गीता 4.39. कम 4.39 मिला? क्या है? Sorry, 4.40. Sorry, it's 4.40, not 4.40. Yes, tell me, 4.40.
A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge.
40.
But ignorant and faithless person who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next.
Mind you, this verse is a very, very right thing. वो ना भगवान जोर से छापड़ मार रहे हैं. अज्ञानश्च अश्रद्धानश्च संशय आत्मा विनश्यति न अयम लोको अस्ति न परो न सुखम संशयात्मनः. Very, very important thing. What does Lord say? This is what is the actual and the easiest way to understand. अज्ञानश्च, जो अज्ञानी है, अज्ञानश्च अश्रद्धानश्च, जिसको श्रद्धा नहीं है, फेथ नहीं है, अज्ञानश्च अश्रद्धानश्च संशय आत्मा. व्हाट इज संशय आत्मा? डाउटफुल सोल. क्या मालूम. सो ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं, क्या मालूम भगवान है कि नहीं है. तो भगवान इसके लिए भगवद गीता में कह रहे हैं अज्ञानश्च, जो अज्ञानी है, जिसको ज्ञान नहीं है, अज्ञानश्च अश्रद्धानश्च, जिसको श्रद्धा भी नहीं है, और तीसरा संशय आत्मा. ये 3 जनों को क्या होगा? विनश्यति. विनश्यति मतलब सिंपल वर्ड्स में सत्यानाश. तुम्हारा सत्यानाश. संशयात्मा विनश्यति न अयम लोको अस्ति, ना ही इस दुनिया में, ना परो दूसरे दुनिया में, मतलब मर के दूसरे लोक में भी जाएगा ना, इधर भी सत्यानाश, ये जीवन भी सत्यानाश, और मृत्यु के बाद भी सत्यानाश उस आत्मा का. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट न सुखम, कभी खुश नहीं रहेगा। क्यों? वो इंद्रियों के थ्रू हैप्पीनेस पाना चाहता है। See, the second chapter is very, very, very important. We will be spending a couple of months in this chapter. Couple of months. इतना important chapter है ये. Third important point. Please try to understand. ये विषाद योग का, why did Arjuna on the very first point get Vishad Yoga? Why did he get this lamentation? Body identity, हाँ तो
He is body conscious.
body conscious, okay. Come on, every class we have to go one step ahead, no? Prabhu ji, A for apple, B for ball. आगे बढ़ना है ना? बोलो. Yes, Rajesh.
Forget is karma. Forget is karma.
Yes.
God made him confused so that he could give the Bhagavad Gita to him.
Okay, very good. But what was the problem in his confusion? Where was the problem in his confusion? He was stuck to something which is temporary, whereas Lord wants to explain to him something about which is eternal. And what is eternal? The soul is eternal. The soul is eternal. Body is temporary. That is what is going to come in the following verses now. The following 4 verses में वही मतलब है जो अभी सिखाना चाहते हैं. What is he trying to say? कि भाई what are you going to do? है मेरा दादाजी मर जाएगा, मेरा गुरु मर जाएगा, मेरे रिश्तेदार मर जाएंगे, सास ससुर मर जाएंगे, ये मर जाएगा, वो मर जाएगा. That's what he is going to explain in the coming verses. So that is why it is very important. Please read 2.8.
I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
So he is reiterating what he has told in the first chapter. The same thing he is saying, I cannot find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. So what does this mean? This talks about bodily weaknesses. So whenever you are having, your sense, choked up, your voice is choked up, या your senses are all dried out, मुंह सब सूख गया है, या बात नहीं निकल रही, हवा निकल रहा है, बात नहीं निकल रहा है. All these are bodily symptoms. That is, you are actually in a position of lamenting. Dr. Sab should confirm. More people fall unconscious when they get a bad news than in getting good news. Right? When you get a bad news, many people fall unconscious. Why? They are so much attached to the bodily concept of life. Whereas कुछ good news आएगा तो you will hardly see anybody, डुब मेरे को लॉटरी टिकट लगा, डुब कभी नहीं गिरेगा. But sad news में व्यक्ति गिरता है. So this is the thing we should understand. Let's go to verse number 9. Very important verse.
Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chasters of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
So what was the most important statement over here in this verse? I shall not fight. यही तो स्टेटमेंट सुनने के लिए कृष्ण वेट कर रहे थे कि भाई अभी तो फाइनल तेरा डिसीजन बोल, लड़ेगा कि नहीं लड़ेगा. लड़ने वाला रहेगा तो बोल देता था, भगवान बोलते थे. What has happened? ठीक है बोल गया. संजय उवाच एवं उक्त्वा हृषिकेश गुडकेश प्राणतपः. What does this? Let's understand this words which are used in this Bhagavad Gita. एवं उक्त्वा, उक्त्वा मतलब ऐसा बोल के, ऋषिकेश, इसको भगवान को कौन था? दो इंपॉर्टेंट नेम से संबोधन किया गया यहां पे भगवान अर्जुन को, गुड़केश एंड प्राणतपः. Now what is the meaning of Gudakesha and what is Prantapa? What is the meaning? What word meaning?
Who has
What word meaning this is?
Arjuna, the master of curbing ignorance, and Parantapa is the chastiser of the enemies.
So Bhagavad Gita, that's why I always say every word is like an atom bomb. यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहे हैं वो कि भाई you are Gudakesha, you are the person who is controlling ignorance, or you are able to control ignorance, and दूसरा प्राणतपः, chastise of the enemy. दोनों क्वालिटीज किसके लिए है? अर्जुन का है. ये नाम ही है, अर्जुन का नाम ही है ये, गुड़केश एंड प्राणतपः. प्राणतपः होके तुमको क्या बोल रहा है? मैं लड़ेगा नहीं. इट्स लाइक ए डॉक्टर से आई कांट डू ऑपरेशन. अरे यू आर अ डॉक्टर, यू डू ऑपरेशन, यू कैन नॉट से आई कांट डू पुश, आई कांट सिट. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस वर्ड इज स्पेसिफिकली यूज्ड. प्राणतपः है, तू तो प्राणतपः, यू आर अ फाइटर, वॉरियर, एंड यू आर सेइंग आई कैन नॉट फाइट. That's what is the meaning is. He's Sanjay is giving a, what do you say, a pre-note by calling him Gudakesha, a person who is controlling ignorance, but he is in ignorance right now. This only a person in ignorance can talk like that. Otherwise he would not talk. So that's why he's saying is Gudakesha Prantapah na yotse iti Govindam. Na yotse, मैं युद्ध नहीं कर सकता हूं. ना योत्से इति गोविंदम उक्त्वा हम सब हमारा मोबाइल कौन उक्त्वा तुष्णिन बहुवाहा. व्हाट डज दिस मीन बहुवाहा? सर्टेनली मैं नक्की लड़ नहीं सकता हूं, 100% आई कैन नॉट फाइट. मुंह है मान स्क्रीन में मुंह है. So he is clearly saying that. Please read the purport.
Dhritarashtra must have been very glad to understand that Arjuna was not going to fight and was instead leaving the battlefield for begging profession. But Sanjaya disappointed him again in relating that Arjuna was competent to kill his enemies. Although Arjuna was for the time being overwhelmed with false grief due to the family affection, he surrendered unto Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, as a disciple. This indicates that he would soon be free from the false lamentation resulting from family affection and would be enlightened with perfect knowledge of self-realization of Krishna consciousness and would then surely fight. Thus, Dhritarashtra's joy would be frustrated since Arjuna would be enlightened by Krishna and would fight to the end.
So this is what is the first understanding. Okay, Sanjaya is addressing him as Gudakesha and Prantapah, and both the words and his action are opposite, contradictory. You are supposed to be in knowledge, you are supposed to curb ignorance, but you are right now in ignorance. You are supposed to fight, you are a supreme fighter, but now you are saying I will not fight. So these 2 points are very important. One is how words used in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are very perfectly balanced and very politely used also. Okay, go to the next verse.
O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
See, what is the beauty of this word? What is the speciality of this verse?
Smiling.
Yes, what else? Smiling Krishna, why? It's very important. What you said is right. That is the main crux of the whole verse, this whole verse. Tam uktva hrishikesha prabhasam iti bharatah senayor ubhayor madhye vishidaddam idam vakchah. What does this mean? First and foremost, Krishna is now smiling at the ignorance of his disciple. So if a teacher smiles or laughs or scolds you for your ignorance, you should take it as a mercy. You should not say, hey, how can you say that? You know who I am? That should not be the attitude. The attitude would be, okay, he is laughing at my smiling. He is not laughing, ha ha ha. Krishna was has nahi raha tha. Just giving a smile. How foolish you are talking. It doesn't suit you. It doesn't suit a person like you. It doesn't suit. And that's why ये बार बार कहते हैं कृष्ण भगवद गीता में, you are my friend, that's why I am giving you this knowledge. You are my pure devotee, that's why I am giving you this knowledge. Otherwise, I would not be giving you this knowledge. Krishna clearly tells. So either the verse is very clear. Prabhasam. Prahasam. Prahasam means smile. एक अट्ठास, एक तरह से एक अट्ठास भी बोल सकते हैं उसको. अरे क्या तू ऐसा बात कर रहा है. And then what is saying? Important is सेनयोर उभयोर मध्य, दोनों आर्मीज के बीच में खड़ा है. Means what? He is trying to give him the entire knowledge in between the two armies which are standing. So there are two things which are very important highlighted. We will read the purport. Please read the purport. Who will read the purport now? I want someone else reading. Yeah, fast.
The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely the Rishikesha and the Gurukesha. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student of the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend had chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, he is always in the superior position as a master of everyone, and yet the Lord agrees to be a friend, a son, or a lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. But
what does this mean? What does this mean? Lord wants him as a lover, as a son, as a devotee. What does this mean?
Sakyas, Vatsalya,
Very good. So what does this mean? What does the rasas mean actually?
relationship with God.
Relation with God. Okay, something higher. Madhav Prabhu can give me. Bolo. What do you understand as a lover, as a friend, as a son?
Lord can do anything for the devotee. He only craves love for the devotee.
When I was in college, I had a student, a friend. He was a student like me. He was coming from the vernacular medium, and he was first time he was writing the examination, organic paper exam. We had first year we had organic, inorganic, and analytical chemistry all. So he used to write. Every answer he used to write. In organic chemistry it is like this. In inorganic chemistry it is like that. When he flunked the very first year, that's different. So that's the way you are telling me, Prabhuji, aisa. Come on, I am asking this question very clear. I was expecting you, at least Arnav, you give me the answer. Come on. Why is Lord sometimes becomes a friend, student, friend, lover, or servant? Why all this?
Lord wants to enjoy all nine rasas.
हाँ, 9 rasas. नहीं, रसा कितना 9 हो गया, मैं कैसा मैं डर गया. There are basically 12 rasas, Prabhu. It is only through the medium of the rasa one can interact with the Lord. If you want to say, I will start the 13th rasa. Not possible. There are only 12 rasas, and through these 12 rasas, one can interact with God. One can connect with God. कोई लड्डू गोपाल रखता है घर में, बाल स्वरूप में उसका सेवा करता है. What does this mean? वो बाल वात्सल्य रूप में है या बाल स्वरूप में सेवा कर रहा है. तो शांत रस, दास्य रस, साख्य रस, वात्सल्य रस, माधुर्य रस. These are all the main prime 5 rasas. Generally, people go for these rasas. These are the general 5 rasas which people generally go. It is easy to do. दास्य रस, साख्य, हम तो सेवक हैं, साख्य रस, हम तो फ्रेंड हैं. Here Krishna is having a साख्य भाव with Arjuna. Whereas Vatsalya with Yashoda Maiya and with Devaki, Vatsalya ras. Mainly with Yashoda Maiya it was Vatsalya ras. When it came to gopis, it was love. तो madhur ras हो गया. So and Ramchandra ji, when he was in the Chitrakoot, where sorry, not Chitrakoot, in Panchavati, where Sita Maiya was kidnapped, then what was he doing? He was going and embracing each and every tree and asking, hey पेड़ तूने सीता मैया को देखा क्या, मेरी हे सीते कर रहे हैं. What does this mean? All those trees were sages in Shantaras. That is Shanta Bhav. Waiting, silently waiting. ठीक है, standing behind the crowd. You know, even also one may interact with that only. One may adore, connect, कोने पे खड़े रह के adore. Some will try to become a friend. Some will try, अरे बहुत बेटी तू तो बहुत अच्छा एक्टिंग कर दी है. That is वात्सल्य भाव में. But you are going to connect. See, you can connect with someone only with some of this rasas. So, but actually these rasas are actually enjoyed with the Lord only, not with general people. Okay, continue, Mataji.
But when he was accepted as a master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple like the master, with gravity, as it is required. It appears that the talk between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both artists, so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them.
To understand this, just imagine Krishna and Arjuna are having together, they are having their lunch and nice puri, sabji and all this being served, and Krishna calls Arjuna, Arjuna, you know you're not the body or the soul. ज्ञान जाता है उसके सिर पे? It would not go in his mind. It is not the situation, because that time he is considering him as a friend. That is why when you see the cowherd Leela of Lord, what was Lord doing with Madhungal and all that? Eating, उनका मुंह से झूठा लेके खा रहे थे. ओ कृष्णा तू हार गया है, अब जो हमारे पीठ पे, हमको हम पीठ पे लेके जाना पड़ेगा. They were not saying, no, you are God, you may be God, but right now you are a friend. When Krishna used to play with his sakhas, and mother used to call him, Yashoda used to call him, come, खाना खाने को आ जाओ. अभी कुछ होता नहीं कि बच्चे खेलने जाते ही नहीं, बट हम लोग के जमाने में जाते थे. हम लोग, it's a big rare thing nowadays. So बच्चा खेलने जाते हैं. Great. Because we used to play, mummy used to call us during vacation time, please come, but we used to not come. But it used to be done. So we used to be called, and Krishna को जब बुलाती थी यशोदा मैया या ये बुलाती थी, तो what used to happen? Krishna says, yes, I'll come, mummy. All his friends used to say, you go, we will not take you in the game again. You go, we will not take you in the game tomorrow. Mummy ko chhod. Let me play the game. So Krishna used to say, I'd rather play the game with you all. ठीक है, मम्मी को बाद में क्या डांटेगी, चिल्लाएगी, मारेगी, चलेगा. So that's the way he used to interact with those people. So you have to understand, in that position, he cannot call the Mangal. You know, you're not the body, you're the soul. Your karmas are very important. You have to take care of your karmas. If you do karma, vikarma and karma, then it is very important. And then, you should also not follow the 8 Ashtanga yoga system. You should not follow all that. He starts giving this knowledge. How it would be? It will make sense. And say, yam vapis pranam bhavam, traja danta kalevaram dam. Arre, khel raha hai. ये माँ उसको खाना बना रही है. What did mother do when Krishna was tied to the ukhal, Damodar Leela? Balaram became very angry. बाहर आया, मालूम है तुमने किसको बांध के रखा है? He's telling mother, तूने किसको बांधा है मालूम है? बोला कौन? He is God, Supreme Personality. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am Ananta Shesh. I am Ananta Shesh, and you have tied him up. माँ को आया गुस्सा, हाँ दुनिया के सब होता मेरे घर पे पैदा होंगे ना, तू भी जा नहीं तो डंडा दिखाया, तू भी जा नहीं तो मार खाएगा मेरे हाथ से. एंड बलराम कम्स टू कृष्णा, माँ है क्या करूं, और तू तेरा करनी तू भुगत, तूने किया ऐसा मस्ती, मक्खन कौन मटका तोड़ना बोला, तो कौन तुझे माखन खाने बोला, भुगत, तेरी करनी तो भुगत. सो दैट टाइम ही कैन नॉट से यशोदा मैया कम हियर, you're not the body, you're the soul, jatasya dhruv mrityu dhruv janma mrityate, that all these things will not work. So he had to wait for a situation where Arjuna West has to surrender to him, accept him as a guru. At that mood, in that mood only. That's why, I had a friend, a family friend who came over here, but they could never understand. The reason was they were always seeing me in Sakha Bhav. They were never seeing me in a guru. That is the problem. They can never understand that point. If you take casually, you can never understand. You have to have a different way of looking at the thing. Then this knowledge will come. That is why Krishna was waiting. That is why in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is, he was waiting for him to surrender. And in that surrendered mood and in the position in which where he is totally confused, he can talk about the Bhagavad Gita. नहीं तो तब तक वो भगवद गीता उसके पास वो ज्ञान, अगर वो बोलेगा तो भी ये समझ नहीं पाएगा. And one last reason I had given you why Bhagavad Gita was spoken in between the two armies. Bolo, give me the answer.
You are neither on this side nor on that side.
Okay, good, fine.
All of them can hear that. All of them can hear that.
नो वन, कोई सुधर जाता था ना सब लोग, इतने करोड़ों लोग मरते नहीं थे ना. No one heard, and it is like this. Even if they can hear, they would not listen. Even today also, you say, call, come, we'll take you free Bhagavad Gita class, free prasad. You'll go to that. People can come to the cinema talkies next there. They can eat a couple of not humans, but animals they can eat over there. They're progressive, evolving people. Then after next birth, they will become cannibals. So it will be easier for them to eat humans also. So eat a couple of animals, they will eat over there. But they will not come for a free Bhagavad Gita class. If I make a movie, थिएटर में मुझे सिर्फ एक बार बोलना है कि ये पिक्चर लग रहा है, बस लाइन लग जाएगा. But if you make something serial, that's why you see all your channels are paid channels. But all devotional channels are free to air. तुम मालूम एक पैसा भी रखा था, छोड़ किसको करना है, किसको देखना है, उसको नहीं देखना है. That's the problem. Yes, give me one more reason why. भूल गया, सब लोग भूल गए. कपि ध्वज, Hanuman ji. That's why his Rath is called as Kapi Dhwaj. And how that situation came, I told you all the story, remember? Yes. Bataiye.
That Ram is best, Krishna is best, they were fighting that time.
हाँ, but how was the fight happened? Fast, जल्दी. याद है? भूल गया. Once, Hanuman ji was taking rest. And he was taking rest in a garden. And Arjuna came to pluck some flowers over there. तो हनुमान जी ने बोला, कौन है, काय के लिए फ्लावर तोड़ना है? बोला कृष्ण को पूजा करना है, उसके लिए फ्लावर लेना. हाँ ठीक है, तुम्हारा दोस्त ही चोर है, तुम भी चोर है, लेके जाओ. She got irritated. How can you say like that? तुम्हारे रामचंद्र जी ने क्या किया? क्या इतना बड़ा कौन से तीर को मारा उन्होंने? हाँ, he is supposed to be God. He could have made the bridge himself. He employed so many monks. Bridge. So he said, Don't, whole monkey army. What if he is God? I can make a bridge of arrows. They said, okay, make a bridge of arrows. And if one monkey is able to go through that, who was that monkey? Hanuman himself. If one monkey is able to go, then the bridge is able to stand. I will do whatever you want. And Arjuna said, if it breaks, मैं अपने आप को आग के हवाले कर दूंगा. ठीक है. Arjuna immediately fired arrows, made one bridge. हनुमान जी किंग कॉन्ग साइज लिया, जैसे पैर रखा डुब सीधा पाताल लोक तक वो भी चले गए ब्रिज के साथ. फिर बाहर आए, व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाट ब्रिज यू बिल्ट? अर्जुन लाइक वेरी सैड. ओके, आई हैव गिवन माय वर्ड, आई विल कमिट सुसाइड. बट हनुमान डिड नॉट वांट हिम टू कमिट सुसाइड. So no, you want to commit suicide, you commit. I will commit suicide. No, you should commit suicide. ठीक है. Then Lord said, now I have to solve the problem. So immediately Lord came over there in the form of a Brahmana, and Lord said, hey, wait, what happened? Why you are fighting? No, this fellow is going to jump in the fire. See, we made the nice pyre. Then old Brahmana said, why you want to? No, we had a bet that if the bridge breaks, I will commit suicide. If it doesn't break, the thing was, Hanuman said, whatever you will say, I will do. I will do whatever you say. ठीक है. This is not fair, no? Whenever there is a battle, bout or a debate, there should be a judge. So who was the judge? No judge. No. Repeat, action replay. So do it again. ठीक है. So again this time both agreed. Fine. Again Arjuna this time made a more stronger bridge of arrows on the water. And Hanuman as usual took his giant form, kept one to keep his leg. But this time what did Lord do? Lord took the Kurma avatar and held the bridge. Hanuman kept his leg on the bridge, but he knew someone is holding from down. He saw it was Lord himself. He said, I surrender. Whatever you say I will do because I have lost. तो आप जो बोलेंगे मैं करूँगा. जब उन्होंने ये बोला तो कृष्ण ने बोला ठीक है अभी कुछ मत मांग. We will keep it for a later day. We will require it for a later day. And then when that war was about to start, that time he told Hanuman, you have promised. I'm like, yes, whatever you tell I will do. That you will have to participate in the war with me. Now, what? How can I participate in the war? It becomes not right. They said, don't worry. You will have to participate means you will have to sit in the flag of Arjuna's Ratha. In my Ram Leela, you were at the feet of mine. In Dwapar Yuga, in this Krishna Leela, you will be sitting on the top of me. And I will be sitting at the bottom. Hanuman said, but I cannot sit like that. I need satsang. और युद्ध में कौन सत्संग करेगा? हरे कृष्ण कौन करेगा? सत्संग करना चाहिए. तो भगवान बोले डोंट वरी, सत्संग का हो जाएगा, अरेंजमेंट हो जाएगा. एंड दिस वाज अ satsang, the true satsang or the first satsang. And not only that, this is the first motivational lecture given by anyone in this world. What is a motivational lecture? No. Come on, you can do it. That's motivational lecture, right? ये करो वो करो. एंड हमारे कुछ गुरुजी लोग हैं यहाँ पे मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर के महारथी लोग. इतना भी मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर सुना, मोटिवेट हुआ नहीं. Finally, this is the best motivational lecture. So instead of you all going and sitting in other motivational lectures, it is better that you sit here and listen and study this motivational lecture, the best motivational lecture ever given. And this has been given by God himself to his devotees. So that is why it is very, very important. So with this, we like to close today's class. It's already 12. If anybody has any doubts and questions, can ask.
Why it was stolen between the armies? Like why Lord Krishna was standing between the two